Yes, Atma Namaste. So today we are marking on to a very important part of our entire program, which is the integration or to the execution of our learnings. Okay, to start with, we have learnt the origin of a desire. Where will it start? Where is it starting basically? Once a desire has originated, its life cycle. Okay, how is it transitioning into from thought to a desire in its manifestation? How does it go? We had some basic understanding. We talked about Arishad Vargas, we talked about Vasanas, and we talked about influence of conditioning and environment. And then once desire has started, how are we allowing it or not allowing it? How is our patience a virtue? Right? And then we focused on thought energy field. Understanding the thought energy field is vital for anybody, because thought energy field is what keeps you on the path of manifestation. Okay, so thought energy field will keep you hooked, or is going to decide how soon or how delayed your manifestation would be, right? If you have a conducive thought energy field, you will be able to manifest anything and everything easily, without much effort, without much struggle. And if it is not conducive, what happens? You will lose it. You lose the momentum. That is the reason a lot of times what happens is you are excited, you think you'll do this, you'll do that, but suddenly it will be gone. You lose the power. It so happens that lot of things are never in your control or never in your power, or in your authority. Many times we might have noticed that our life is not in our control. Our life is not in. We don't have any power or control in our lives. Yes. And when life is not in our, when we don't have any power or control over our life, what we can do and what are we actually doing when we don't have things? Okay, this is very tricky. How many of you tried to control things which are not in your control and did nothing on things that you could control, that you would really have an access? When things are not in your control, you put a lot of effort to change it. When things are in your direct control, you did nothing about it.
In our control, we are surrender.
We have to surrender, but are we really surrendering, or are we trying to change things?
Surrendering.
Lalitambikama, you have learned this art. What happens is, things which are not in our control. First thing is how other people talk about. Sorry.
Generally, what we think always, अरे अगर ये होता तो ऐसा होता, लेकिन when the होता हमारे साथ होगा तो हम कुछ नहीं करते. We don't even value that is there with us.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, as we say, we never realize that we are healthy unless and until we fall sick.
Yeah. Correct.
Right? Yeah. The things are happening so smoothly without our notice and without our any effort. Simple, when we get the thing of this self-respect, like little cup or what also, then we realize that every day how we are breathing so effortlessly. At that time, we will remember that.
Yeah.
We didn't even focus on that.
Correct.
This is my observation.
True. So now we have to see the sukshma here. We want to control things that are not in our power. That will only fuel our ego. What is that? I want other person to change. I did so much, sir, that that person not change only. What can I do more? I did enough or more than enough. What do you want to change? Some other person, some other event, something that is not in your power, that is not in your control, you want to change. But what you can actually change, how do you perceive it? How do you allow it? How do you accept it? Only that you have in your control. No, I cannot make you do certain things which you are not aligned to. ఒక మాట ఉంది, మంచి మనిషికి ఒక మాట, మంచి గొడ్డుకో దెబ్బ అని చెప్పి, రైట్? సో లక్ష దెబ్బలు కొట్టిన గొడ్డుకి మారట్లేదు అంటే, ఇంకో సామెత కూడా అన్నాము, దున్నపోతు మీద రాళ్ళ వర్షం కురిసినట్టు అని చెప్పి అంటాము. దట్ పర్సన్ ఇస్ నాట్ చేంజింగ్. వై డూ యూ వాంట్ అదర్ పర్సన్ టు చేంజ్? వై డూ యూ వాంట్ climate to change? Why do you want everyone and anything around you change? Because I don't want to change, no. It feels easy when everybody changes, I am good. When I say you change, you're changing not to surrender or to submit, you're changing to do the right thing. Fight, flight, freeze. Use these three wisely. Where you have to fight, you surrender. Where you have to surrender, you fight. Where you have to flight, you freeze. So where you have to freeze, you flight or fight. For example, there is a madman. That person said something. Why do you have to react? Pichodu adu అని చెప్పి అనుకొని you could have let that go, right? You would have left that situation. You would have gone away from that space. You want to prove bad that madman that I am better than you. How could you throw stone at me? How could you hurt or abuse me? How dare you do it? And you try to fight with that madman. That madman is enjoying the game. You are getting dirty. You are getting hurt. You are constantly fighting with that. Right? When there is a madman, when you know that person is a mad person, run away from that space. Even if it is including a divorce in relationships. I know people are thinking that only. This is very, very important for you to understand. Because as long as you don't see your power, you are always under control. सब झुकेगा, बस झुकाने वाला रहना है, right? So if you are surrendering to what? You have to surrender your ego. Then you will have the power to control what? Yourself, your reaction, the way you perceive it. You are controlling your manasa, vacha and karma. These are the three karanas, right? If you can control your thoughts, if you can control your speech, if you can control your actions, that is this chitta pragnata, right? How you think, how you talk, or how you communicate, how you respond, how do you act, how do you react, only you have that in your control. When you know how to control your thoughts, emotions and feelings, that is influencing your speech, your words, your again communication, which is again leading into your action. All of these are creating a reality, right? Your thoughts, your speech and your actions are creating a reality. These three karanas, when they are clear, when they are operating from an understanding or the right understanding of the 5 or the 4 concepts, mano, buddhi, chitta and ahankara, your manasa, vacha and karma are very clear of the Manaha Buddhi Chitta and Ahankara. What you say, what you think, what you do are in right alignment of the Manaha Buddhi Chitta Ahankara. I am repeating this. Your Manasa Vacha Karma should be in tune with your Manaha Buddhi Chitta and Ahankara. When these four and that three are aligned, you are manifesting anything and everything the way you wanted it to manifest. And today's class is all about understanding these four and that three. That is how we are creating the plane of manifestation. Now we had this discussion that everything manifests twice, once in the mind, once in the reality, right? Now you got a thought. What inspired you to get a thought? Either vasanas or Arshad Vargas or free will. Now let us think about something like, okay, your thoughts have arrived or have derived from free will only, and that free will thought has become a desire. So free will thought, when it is a desire, what happens? Desire will have more power to be manifested because it's not influenced by anything of the past. But if a thought energy field is not aligned, though it is coming from free will space, it's not going to manifest, right? It's not going to manifest as you want it to be or when you wanted it to be. It can manifest with some delays, right? Now here comes the magic. How do you ensure the thought energy field is always high? When Manaha, Vachaha, Karmaha are aligned, that is called Trikarana Shuddhi. Trikarana Shuddhi. What are the Karanas? Manas, Vacha, Karmana. All of these are the attributes of Kriyamana Karma. Now we talked about Kriyamana Karma, right? Only thing that you have in your hand is Kriyamana Karma. What you do in this moment. What you do or why you do what you do is defined, is decided by Manaha, Buddhi, Chittaha and Ahankara. Manaha is mind, from the thought space. You just thought, I'll do this, and you did it. You thought you'll think something like that, and you thought like that. You thought you said something, and you said that. So Manaha. Next is Buddhi. What is Buddhi? Intellect. Manasa is mind. So why you do what you do? Because it has perceived in your mind. Next is it's perceived by the intelligence. Intelligence is what your programming, your expertise, whatever you learned all through the years, that is your intelligence. Buddhi, intellect, not intelligence but intellect. Chittaha, from your science, from the space of conscience. What is conscience? Manasakshi, Antarsakshi, Antahkarana Shuddhi. Chitta is Antahkarana or Ahankara. That is me, I. When I say I and me, it is my labels. For example, why you did what you did? Because I have got the power to do it. Because I'm the teacher here, I'm doing it. Because I'm the scientist, I'm doing it. Because I'm the politician, I'm doing it. Why did you say that word, bro? ఏంటి బ్రో అంత మాట అనేసావు? అంటా బై ఐఎమ్ దిస్, right? We have certain people, no? Or maybe if, for example, you said something inappropriate. क्यों बोला भाई? बुद्धि भ्रष्ट हो गया. I don't know, I just said mindlessly. Or I said because I needed to say it. This is coming from my inner core. Because he has to hear this, or because I have to say this. Chitta. Ahankara, bas boli diya bhai, because I've got the power and authority. I said it. Are you understanding this Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara concept? How is it influencing your action? Why you do what you do, it is either originating from your mana, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. And having these four concepts will make all the difference. Now you might ask, sir, initially you said Aishar Vargas, then you said Vasanas, then you said energy thought, then you're like influence, then you said free will. Now what is this mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara? Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara is a reflection points. Okay, understanding when your thought has arisen already, which is inspired by your Arishad Vargas. So a thought can be inspired by Arishad Vargas or Vasanas or free will. Okay, but understanding the space where it has come is by knowing or having a clarity or manha buddhi chitta and ahankara. So Arishad Vargas are Arishad Vargas, Vasanas and your Sanchita and Prarabdhas or your environment or conditioning or free will. These concepts gave that premise where the desire could originate. Desire could originate from these premises. These are the platforms where desire could arise. But once desire has arisen, it is your responsibility to see manaha, buddhi, chitta, ahankara are aligned, are clear. This is fine tuning and absolute refinement. It is right. So your desire, you should be very sure it is free from Arshad Vargas. It should be free from Vasanas. It should be a part of the free will. It should be free from any kind of conditioning. It should be free from the environment of peer pressure. When you know that these things are matched, and also you are clear that your mind is completely clear, your buddhi is completely aligned, chittam is also completely aligned, and there is no ahankara. Or you have the healthy ego towards it. For example, you have ahankara is also coming from space authority, right? And wherever you have to take right authority to step in, there you are using the authority. For that you should have right mind. You should have got right buddhi or intellect. Sometimes we say the right thing in the wrong way, right? So that's where the buddhi should be aligned. Chitta should come from a conscience. It should come from that space of your inner alignment, to your course, to your value system, to your ethics and values and morals that you have carried. And then you have more power, more energy, more alignment for things to manifest. That should influence your manasa, vacha, and karma. So, manaha, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Understood these four concepts? Yes, no, maybe? I see a lot of bubbles, a lot of confusion. Exactly, they're interconnected. They're intertwined, not just connected, they're intertwined. They go like this. Yes, sir. So, any thought that comes to your mind, you are aware that a thought has arisen in your mind. You should be very clear how many other thoughts are influencing this thought. Yes. For example, I'll give you an example. Okay. Today is Kartik Masam first day, Bali Padami. In Kasito, it's like next level day. People are celebrating. I wanted to wake by 3:30, go take a bath in my room, and then go to Ganga, take a bath, and come back and do this class. I woke up at 4:20 today. I'm like, Arey, yaar, I don't have time to take bath, go to the Ganga, take a bath, and come back and do it. And I've got one more session at 6:30. So I cannot go even after this class also. Manha said, take a bath morning at 3:30 in your room, 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the room. That becomes your Brahma Murta Snanam. Then you go to Ganga, take a dip there. Ganga Snanam, and Bali Padimi first day of the Kartika Masa in Brahma Murtam, and then come back to your room, dress up and attend the class. That is Manas. In my mind, I got this thought. Now, why did I get this thought? Influence of everybody, because everybody says no. కాశీలో ఉన్నావు ఫస్ట్ స్నానం చేయలేదు కార్తీక మాసం గంగా స్నానం. It has come from that space, right? One thing is, if I'm Kasi, the only water I have that I can use to bath in my tap also is Ganga only. No, why am I not able to see Ganga in this water? Why can't this water be equivalent to that Ganga? Explanation is flowing Ganga is different than stored Ganga, but Ganga is Ganga, no? This evolutionary thinking process should come to my mind. That is buddhi. Mind said go and bath, but the reason for me to go and bath is not my free will thought. It is told to me. I was influenced by everybody. Lot of people glorify, no? I felt for the glorification of taking bath in Ganga. My buddhi said, if I cannot see Ganga in the tap water that is flowing in Kasi, okay, did I really evolve? Because Sarvam Shivamayam, right? Even in Andhra Pradesh also, if I drink water, if I think this is Ganga water I am drinking, and it's clear from a conscience that this is only Ganga, I am not trying to fake it. I can say this is Ganga water, I can drink a Kinley Bisleri water. I said, for example, this is Bisleri bottle.
Not required. That is not required in Ganga. At home also Ganga Yama Namaste are doing, Sankalpa doing or Ganga water doing.
Exactly. So this is very important. This chitta concept will make it very clear. So if you can say this is Bisleri, water bottle, plastic bottle. Now what did I do? This plastic bottle I have purchased in a store and then I drank all the water. Now in this water bottle I filled water from the RO machine. A source of this water is the Ganga. Because I am in Kasi, Ganga is the water that is flowing in this place. Right? So I drank this Ganga. Now I can buy Bisleri in Andhra Pradesh. The possibility of me getting Ganga water in Andhra Pradesh is very, very difficult. Now I can say I am drinking Ganga. But internally I feel, no Ray, this is Bisleri only. You are faking yourself. Only to feel better. Because you don't have the capacity, you don't have the blessing to go to Kasi and drink plain Ganga from Gangotri or even in Kasi. Because why Kasi Ganga is different? Because it is Uttarvahini. Gangotri, it is Dakshina. But in Kasi it is Uttara. So Uttarvahini is always powerful. Going towards north, Uttarvahini means. In Kasi, the Ganga is going from south to north. In Gangotri from north to south. So Ganga in Kasi is more powerful than Ganga in Gangotri, though Ganga is born in Gangotri. Right? So drinking water from Kasi Ganga, you're only because you don't have the spiritual power, because you're not blessed, you don't have that entitlement, you are drinking distilled water and you are telling yourself that you're drinking Ganga, you're drinking Ganga. That's why you're faking yourself. That is chitta. But truly, I actually feel this is Ganga to me. The purest Ganga. That is coming from Shiva's Jata Jhuta. And I'm feeling through my all senses. This is the Kasi Ganga, or this is the Ganga coming out of the Shiva's Jata Jhuta. I'm drinking it. If I have this alignment, if I have this kind of conviction, this itself is the Ganga originated from Shiva's Jata Jhuta. That is the clarity and purity that you have in your chitta, conscience. Manifestation of me drinking Shiva's Jata Jhuta Ganga, is it not happening? I'm getting goosebumps when I'm saying this. If I cannot see it that way, what else? What can be done? We all say, no, when things go wrong, it is God's will. But are we truly saying it's God's will, or are we still blaming and complaining others? On the surface, which is God's will, but internally you have this reserves, that remorse inside you. You have the resentment inside you, right? You feel hurt, you feel bad, you feel sad, you feel anger, all the emotions come up. These emotions are stemming from your Arshad Vargas, right? You truly feel everything is a blessing given by God. Are you truly feeling it, or are you just saying because for the sake of saying or to look cool? You know it. What exactly inspired you to say, do, or feel, or think? You know it. You cannot fake it. You cannot be in a delusion or illusion that I did it like this. Because your chitta is not sleeping. Chitta means what? Conscience. It's always awakened state. Chitta Shuddhi. You heard this word? Chitta means what? Conscience. Shuddhi means what? Purity. Purity of your conscience is very, very important. Sometimes you said what do I say? Wrong thing. You did something bad. Chitta Shuddhi undali akkada kuda. That is also Bhagavad Prasadam. That a moment kada avvalani undi it ayindi. For example, Ashwatham Hatha Kunjaraha. Very clear. And go face the consequence. That is the Yoga Maya. That is the Krishna Maya. That is Shiva Maya. That is the Leela. ఇంకా చెప్పాలంటే can't Krishna change mind of Duryodhana like this? But why did he not do it? Can't Rama tell Sita, Are that is Ravana, don't go re? Rama is all Bhagavan Vishnu. Again, Sita is what? Sri Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi. Can't they see what is going to happen? Or one more intelligent question, why did God create anything or anybody? Why should creation happen? Why can't God be in his own space?
This is only Jagannatakam kada. So
Yeah.
everybody should come and play their role and again go. For that reason only we are here. But we know, but we don't even think about that when we are having some problems or some things. So,
Next is
yes, that is it.
Chittam. I'm very, very clear that this Ganga, water Ganga I drink, it is coming from Shiva's Jatajuta. I am in that state. Whatever water I drink, it is coming from the Shiva Jatajuta. The plasma in my body, the rasa, dhatu in my body is Shiva's Jatajuta Ganga. 80% of my body is filled with water only, no. This water is what? Shiva's Ganga. I'm not talking about Ganga that's on earth. I'm talking about Ganga that is originated from Shiva Jatajuta. The moment it came out of Ganga Mata's mouth on Shiva Jatajuta, I'm that. Yad bhavan tad bhavati. I'm getting goosebumps when I'm saying this. Then your ahankara comes into the play. You're increasing your pride with, yes, I am drinking Shiva's Ganga's Jatajuta. Jatajuta Ganga. I am this, I am that. If it is not happening, what am I? Why am I living? When will I die? When will that change? When will God look at me? When will God bless me? If I'm getting into sulking mode, that's also ahankara. Ahankara is not just pride, it's also submission. It's all about I. Na life waste, na karminte, na ratinte, na batkinte. Na is ahankara. So, when you have a desire, when you have a thought that is inspired by your vasanas or your Arishad Vargas, or your influence and conditioning or your free will, it is your responsibility, because it's a responsibility to refine it, to get a clarity, to tune it with this Manaha Buddhi Chittahankara. Is it really aligned? Is a thought that is originated from the mind coming from the right space? Is your Buddhi aligned? Is your Chitta aligned? Is your Ahankar aligned? When these four are done, that is when you have a very clear clarity on all fronts. Right mind, manas, right thought, right intellect, right wisdom, buddhi, right alignment coming from the conscience, chitta, clear conscience, and ahankara, completely being in the accountability state, not only victim state. These four are influencing your these flow. When you take control of these, that's when you are taking control of your life, taking control of your thought energy field, because thought energy field is associated with manas. So when manasa vacha karma align, your thought energy field is maintained, balanced, right? You have control on your thought energy field. When your manas, buddhi and chitta ahankara are clear, then this manasa vacha karma are in your control, or else your mind will be wandering, and with that wandered state you will be speaking, and with that wandered state you will be acting. So this, that is getting misaligned or disaligned, right? How do you prevent that? Is to sit with yourself, ensure your manaha buddhi chitta ahankara are aligned or not. Sit with yourself, sit with every thought that comes to you. Avutunda sa na valla, it's not going to happen overnight. Do I have to do it all my life like this for every thought? No, till you get the clarity. When chitta becomes completely shuddhi, then manaha, buddhi and ahankara will be naturally aligned. Then you have got more power and control on your thought energy field. This thought energy field is manasa balanced. When your manasa, when your mind is fully aligned with the right, is aligned in the right space, with right energy, right thought, right power, when your mind is in that zone, that's when you have got actual power. When you have that power, when you act from that power space, you are manifesting anything in the mind first, in the clear space. I said no. Manifesting, drinking the Ganga water from directly from Shiva's Jeta Juta, it's in my mind. అండ్ ఐమ్ హ్యాపీ హియర్ దట్ ఇట్ హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ మై మైండ్. ఇంకేం కావాలి? ఎంత మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ అస్ ఆర్ నెవర్ హ్యాపీ ఆర్ నెవర్ ఫెల్ట్ సఫిషియెంట్ విత్ వాట్ ఎవర్ దట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, రైట్? ఎంత చేస్తే సరిపోదు. నో బట్ హౌ మచ్ యూ డూ, యూ డోంట్ వాంట్ ఇట్, యూ వాంట్ ఇట్ మోర్ అండ్ మోర్. Why do you want more and more? Why can't you be happy with once? జన్మకి ఒక శివరాత్రి, అలాంటి శివరాత్రి రోజు కావాలనుకుంటాం. ఎందుకు? వై ఆర్ యూ నాట్ హ్యాపీ విత్ వన్స్? ఎవరో చెప్పారు, గొప్పోళ్ళు చెప్పారు, లక్ష జపం చేస్తే, లక్ష చేస్తే, లక్ష చేస్తే అంత ఇన్సఫిషియన్సీయా? When you can't have this happiness or when you can't have the fulfillment by doing even once, you do it 1 lakh times, it is the same. What are you filling yourself up with? एक बार शिवा का दर्शन हो गया तो जन्म धन्य हो गया, मोक्ष प्राप्त हो गया. कुछ नहीं होता ऐसा. दर्शन करने के बाद वो पास्ट मोमेंट हो गया ना. पास्ट इज पास्ट. You got darshan. For example, you prayed so badly, you did tapas for 10,000 years for God's sake. Maybe you are alive for 10,000 you did, and Shiva came into you, came in front of you. For example, Shiva came in front of you at 5:55 a.m. on 22nd October 2025. 5:56 p.m. gone. 5:56 a.m. gone. That experience, no? It's in your memory only. It's in the past. Right? Now if you say that is not sufficient, till now what you said, ఒక్కసారి వస్తే చాలు, एक बार हो तो बस, एक बार हो गया, बस एक ही बार किया. यह है लोभ. This is the lobha and moha. Why am I telling this? You have forgotten that you have come from Shiva only. You will go to Shiva only again. We will tell no, when someone, great people passes away, we say Shiva came ho gaya. Right? They become one with Shiva. Vaishnava say no, Vishnu came. Something in those lines. Pitru Devata ban gaya. So, we are that Pitru Devata, no? In our past life to someone. Are you realizing this? You have the Devata Tattva inside you, but you forgot it. Why? Eppudo ayindi. Eppudo could be 1 second before, or it could be 1 lifetime before. This is the mind that you take into charge. This is the mind that you are taking into control. You control your narrative, you control your thought, you control how you think. Not controlling, no, you are tuning it. If I am not seeing Shiva inside me right now, if I am not seeing Vishnu inside me right now, if I am not seeing Brahma in me right now, when will I see? Why am I waiting for some other day? After doing Koti Tapasya, then only I will see. No, you can see it now. If you can't see now, you cannot see after 10,000 years of Tapasya also. Right? Because 10,000 years later, who remembers what? You can't even remember what you ate 2 days back for the breakfast. You will not know what you will do after 2 hours or 3 hours. Okay, people who have a job, they will go to work. But what exactly you will do at that moment, do you know? Someone is doing the coding, you know what would you type on the computer screen when you're coding? What exactly would be the code on the screen after 2.5 hours, 3 hours? No, right? You don't know. You have a gross idea. मैं ये करता हूँ और मैं ये करती हूँ. I'm cooking. What are you cooking? What phase of cooking are you in right now? For the women who are at house, are you cooking dal? If you're cooking dal, what percentage of cooking happened to the dal? What stage of cooking it is in that moment? You would know, no, right? You know, okay, I'll be cooking. Grass, very superficial. Deeply, which stage of cooking you will be, if you know it, then you are God. That is accuracy of your thought. That is accuracy of your being. And that should be our outcome, not our intent. If your intent is to know what's happened in the future, that is Maya again. Why should you know what happens in the future? How many of us have this tendency to know what happens in the future? I would like to know if it will happen or not. Why can't you make it happen? If you cannot make it happen, even if I tell what happens, you will not do it. అయిపోతుంది కదా यस वंशी ने बोल दिया हो जाएगा. But what are you up to? Is your manas buddhi and chittahankara mansa vacha karma aligned? Just because Vamsi said is it happening, or just because you did it happen? Just because you thought it happened? I thought, or when you said, or because you said I thought. Why? Why dependency? Why these links? Because my astrologer, Mr. Perisasti, told at so and so time this is going to happen. Why attribution? You manifested what he is saying. You got to hear what you wanted to hear through him. This is the refinement of Mana Buddhi Chittahankara. Because I wanted to hear something, I went to somebody and they gave me some word which I have accepted from my conscience, and it happened. Buddhi said go and ask. In mind I have this thought. Ahankara is what made me do it. And Chitta is where I accepted it. Hence it happened. Why blame anybody? Why complaint? That is for the event of the past. You applied for the event of the future. For example, you want for example, you want 10 crores. Okay. From my core of the heart, I say, if everybody has got 10 crores in your pocket right now, you can retire with monthly 5 lakhs as your pension. By putting this 10 crores in systematic withdrawal plan, you will make 5 lakhs every month as a pension, and still this 10 crores is safe. When you die, this 10 crores will go to your nominee. Okay, I wish everybody gets 10 lakhs. Why? Because if you have 5 lakhs, sorry, 10 crores, every month 5 lakhs, how much will you eat, how much will you travel? Unless you want to live in that 5-star luxury hotel where you are paying 50,000 rupees per night. If you don't want that, paying 2 or 3,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees per night is fine. For 100 days, 5 lakhs it will cost. Along with buffet, 3-course buffet. You cannot be there every day, no. And in this 5 lakhs, if you spend 3 lakhs and 2 lakhs you save again, that becomes more. So everybody commonly have this thought, array 10 crores systematic withdrawal plan, and that goes into my bank. Every month I get 5 lakhs pension. I can live comfortable life with it. That's not luxury, but comfort is there, because 5 lakhs per month is also like middle class only these days. Okay, so when that is the desire that you have, for example, I planted this thought in your head, Vamsi Krishna, why did you do? But I did it anyhow because you wanted to hear that. You take accountability, I take accountability. No blame shifting. Okay, the desire has come from 5 lakhs or the 10 crores in your bank account. That is going into SWP. That is the desire. Now what happens for this desire to manifest? Now where did this desire come from? Because Vamsi said, why did Vamsi say? Because I have manifested this statement somehow. I want to hear this. I want to hear something like this. Not through Vamsi, maybe. That is the Ahankara. Because I wanted to hear this, something like that. Because of my mindset. What is my mindset here? I want to have an action plan. I want to have a goal. I don't know what, lot of people said I don't have any goals. Why don't you have any goal? Because you are saturated with your past. Okay, now that is your mind. Manas says, okay. Ahankara asked. Manas gave a environment. And then what happens? Buddhi influenced this thought. Chitta accepted it, convinced you. Hence, you got to hear this. Okay, now manifesting 10 crores. What you should do? With your knowledge, with your expertise, buy one land at cheap price, sell it at a higher price, or get a lottery, or do a business where you get immense profit overnight. These are the ways you can make this 10 crores, right? Or buy some stock and you forgot it, and suddenly you got a message that your stock has value, your stock value has become so big. It's time for you to do it. Or some godfather from your village has come and he adopted you and gave all the property to you. So these are the possibilities that we can think of. Or you worked your sweat off and you have put lot of effort, you did this, you did that, you earned all the 10 crores all by yourself. No luck, no investment, no profit, nothing. Every rupee you earn, you only earned with your kaya custom. That's a physical effort. So your thoughts are inspiring these ways to get money, right? That's a buddhi. No, I don't want anything for free. ఏది ఫ్రీ కొద్దు, I want to put my effort. Okay, that's buddhi inspired by ahankara. Because I don't want anything for free. I want everything to should come from my own effort. Okay, ahankara and buddhi are aligned. Buddhi is inspiring ahankara, ahankara is aligning with the buddhi. Again, buddhi is karmanusarani. Now karma, two things: kriyamana karma or prarabdha karma. Knowing where is it coming from is a chitta. Is it coming as a part of kriyamana karma that you are having in hand, inspired by free will, or is it a prarabdha? Why you do what you do is only inspired by prarabdha. There's nothing of this life. There's nothing of your effort. It just happened because of your prarabdha. Okay, wonderful. You are clear about it. Now, why is it important? Why are you learning? Why are you listening to all of this? Because it's important for you to understand where is it coming from. Why? Because you have a better plan to lead your life. You have got a better understanding. Because you are entitled to hear this knowledge or get this knowledge. Why? Because your refinement is high. For example, how many of you are aware of classical music? Carnatic or Hindustani classical music? How important it is for every instrument to be tuned to its perfection, for it to get a good sound, right? Singer unnarga, yes. ఆ తంపూర కానీ, ఆ సితార్ కానీ, ఒక ఫ్లూట్ కానీ, ఆ వయలిన్ కానీ, ఆ వీణ కానీ, if it's not in its tune, would you have to hear it properly? You have the skill to tabla bajana, but if tabla is not good, how much effort you put to get it a good sound? Fine tuning it will make your life easy, right? Fine tuning your mind, making the thought itself in the mind. See how it is conceived in the mind, it is reflecting outside like that only, right? In your manasa, how is it appearing is how it appears in the outside world. So if you want it in, see, if you're not happy here, you want it to hold it in your hand only for the happiness. So first it should come in your mind. In your mind it's in a good space, wonderful. Then in the hand it's in the good space. If here only it is coming a crooked space, when you get into your hand you only have troubles. That is the reason you regret a lot of your decisions, right? How many of you regretted your decisions? Us time it's like the most intelligent thing that you could do. You felt, I could do it, right? But once it happened, అరే ఏం చేసుకున్నారా నాయన, right? It just happens. You are like, okay, that is when you realize, okay, some alignment is missing. Though I got what I'm asking for, I only got problems than happiness. Why? Because the reason it has planted in your head, the reason you let it plant in your head is not clear back then. You can have the same desire, Okay, that same desire of having 10 crores in a bank account, if it is coming from a healthy space and you know it very clearly and you know it from a conscience, from Chitta, you know, Chitta Shuddhika, 10 crores is coming from a healthy space, you know it, then 10 crores will give you pleasantness and happiness. But if it is coming from that negative space, from bad space, 10 crores will bring you 10 crore problems. ఎందుకు వచ్చిన నాయన అనిపిస్తుంది. Desire is not wrong, but where is it coming from? And you not knowing where is it coming from is the problem. Because if you don't know what happens, you live with it. You let it stay with you. And as long as it stays, for example, you are holding a rotten onion in a pocket and you're wondering where is this bad smell coming from. It's coming from your pocket only. If you're not aware, what are you trying to do? You'll go and you work. You do a surgery to your nose also. You say there's problem in your nose. If you are aware it's a rotten onion in your pocket, you'll throw the onion away. But if this onion has contaminated your pocket, you change the pants. You'll wash your body twice or thrice. That is the solution, not your nose. There's a Maha Medhavis who only focus on the nose. They don't focus on the source. They only focus on the symptom. And they have a lot of pride in it. I found it. This is the reason, yes. And what are they focusing on? It only happened because of that guy. It only happened because that person said like that. Dude, you have manifested that in your life. Open your eyes, smell the coffee. Because you have manifested it, it came into your awareness. That's how your buddhi should be, and chitta should accept that clearly. Half-heartedly, okay, nu చెప్తున్నా కదా, okay. Most of them we do this, right? I'm not convinced, but still. Why? Why, Meherban? If you're not convinced, why should you be convinced? When you know the truth, why should you be convinced? Who should convince you or what should be convinced inside you? It's just acceptance, boss. Come on. This is vital. For Manasa Vacha Karma to be aligned, it should be coming from Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara's alignment. And all of these are very clear. When you are absolutely spashtaha, ati spashtaha, there is no scope, there is no space, there is no probability of the presence of something that is misaligning or disalignment. Then what we ask is manifesting. And we are not doing it for manifestation. Again, that is very clear. If you have the phala apeksha, the reason you are doing it is only for the phala apeksha. Again, that is wrong. Most of us do it because you have the phala apeksha. Karmanyeva vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Remember this every moment. What you do in this moment is only coming because that's the right thing to do from your conscience, not because you're expecting something. Lot of people are over smart. They have got phalapeksha, but they say, I don't have any phalapeksha. Why is the chitta shuddhi going on? Are you really clear about your chitta? If it is really there, you don't have to say. There is no reality which says it's not happening when you have the chitta shuddhi. The reason you don't have this chitta shuddhi is you are covered through maya. When Krishna is born to Devaki and Vasudeva in the Kamsa's prison, When Krishna had to go to Yashoda and Nanda, what happened? Everybody slept. Everybody fell asleep. Vasudeva could actually happily transport Krishna through the Yamuna into Nanda's and Devaki, Nanda and Yashoda's house and bring Yogamaya here. Right? It happened, no? At least we have heard about it. I have this one question. If when Kamsa, no, the seventh child or the eighth born of Devaki and Vasudeva is going to kill him, why did he put both of these people in same cell? If they're not in the same cell, the possibility of he born is not there, no? At least physically. Just the way Kunti gave birth to Karna, Devaki would have given birth to Krishna. But that is the Maya. Kamsa was hell bent on killing the people, not avoiding the problem. Are Vamsi Krishna sitting in some small town, being born after 10,000 years of Krishna's physical birth, could ask this question. Why can't Kamsa think this thing? That is the Maya. That is the Krishna Maya. That is the reason a lot of times we do the mistakes. Are inta chinna buddhi lekoni chesam. No, that is the Maya. Knowing this is an attribute of Maya. He is going to be very, 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 very clearing. And more aware of Maya you are, the more less affected by Maya you are. If you're using Maya as an excuse, that's also one more Maya. నేను మాయలో ఉన్నాను.
That is only big Maya.
You do all the nonsense and you say I'm in Maya without any kind of conscience, without any kind of presence. This person, no, next to all lives will be Maya only because you are using Maya as an excuse. No, you are using your smartness. You think you can deceive Maya? Dude, you are already in Maya, you don't know that. You will take extra lifetimes to realize this than normal person. Because you think you are smart enough.
Because of Maya, Prarabdha.
Exactly. If you think you can deceive Maya, ha 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 ha. Good. All the best. Understood this concept, everyone? Your manasa, vacha and karma are stemming from, when it is stemming from the clarity of mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, that is when you will be able to manifest anything that you are looking for. Aha. Today very, very interesting class and powerful class happened. I am so glad it happened. Thank you so much for co-creating this, guys, because I never thought I have this coming. So you co-created this experience.
Very interesting time. This only we are everybody are forgetting in our mind that daily going on.
Yeah. Correct, Amma. So,
Can I ask a question?
yes, ma'am, you can speak little louder, please.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's very feeble. But still, yes, please go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to know that your manasa, vacha, karma, that has to, they should be in tune with mano, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. And any desire should come from a, free will, from a space of free will. Suppose, just suppose, a desire came from a space of comparison, from a conditioned environment. Can that could transform to free will.
Yes, it becomes free will only when you are aware of it. When you have operated from state of empowerment, then how do I say? You've been dragged by it. If you're dragged by it without awareness, then it is inspired from that from bad space. But okay, good question you have asked. Okay, your desire can be stemming from any space. Comparison, jealousy, asharvargas, vasanas, prarabdha, this and that, everything. But you got clarity where it has come from. You have eliminated all the cords, you have cut all the cords and connections with the past, and you still wanted to continue with the desire. That is free will again. And you should be very clear, you cannot deceive yourself, or you cannot, just because you are attached to the desire, you are not making any exceptions to it. You are not making any kind of reservations. And you are very clear about that. That's where Chitta Shuddhi comes in. I'll tell you one thing. When it is cleared from all friends, 99% of desires will not be there only. You have cut all the cards, but still you have the desire, that then you can consider it to be, again, desire itself is what? What is a desire? It's just a thought, no? A thought that is expecting certain kind of experience. Expectation of an experience in a certain way. A good explanation, yes. Askara Samba. Desire is an expectation of experience in a certain way. That is the reason, if those things happen, if it did not happen in your way, you are not happy. How many of you experience it? అయ్యింది, బట్ నేను అనుకున్నట్టుగా కాలేదు, అందుకే ఐఎమ్ నాట్ హ్యాపీ. నా కోరిక వాళ్ళు ఇంకొక హ్యాపీగా ఫీల్ అయ్యాడు, ఐఎమ్ అన్హ్యాపీ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్. నాకు నా కోరిక నెరవేరినందుకు హ్యాపీగా లేదు. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ హ్యాపీ బికాస్ మై డిజైర్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ మేనిఫెస్టెడ్. బట్ వెన్ మై డిజైర్ మేనిఫెస్టెడ్, సంబడి ఈజ్ మోర్ హ్యాపీయర్ దాన్ మీ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ అన్ఏబుల్ టు బేర్ ఇట్. So your interest, your desire has lost its power because somebody is celebrating more than you. So any desire will become free will desire when all the factors that is influencing this desire is cleared and ruled out, and it still continue to exist, and you feel it in your conscience, yes, that is when it has turned into free will. But 99.9% of the times, 99.9% of the desires will be gone only when you are ruling out all of these concepts. And you still have it, that is your agami. Planted by you in few lives before that, a few lives before this. Hence you cannot let go of it. मुझे करना ही करना है. Right? We have this tendency. If you have this tendency, yes, it is inspired from that space. It's not about being right or good, but yes, that exists. And you see the repercussions of it. That's it. Very clear, very simple. Right? Good class? Enjoyed and learned something new, different?
Excellent class, sir.
Nice. I'm feeling, if I get the Ganga Snanam also, I'd not have been this happy.
All are healers, you can heal me.
Sorry?
All are healers, sir. Heal it.
Yes. Maybe that is the reason I didn't go for Ganga Snanam. Because if I had gone to Ganga Snanam, I would not have taken this class.
మరి మీ స్నానం చేసి మేమందరం మెగా స్నానం చేసి పంపిస్తాం.
అంతే అంటారు. Right. See, one thing is, the kind of happiness we get from Ganga Snanam or to get the soul enriching information, experience is the same. No, you say Ganga Snanam is Ganga Snanam, Shiva Japam is Shiva Japam, Vishnu Japam is Vishnu Japam. You bifurcate it. Now what happens? You cannot do everything at once. No, because you could not do everything at once, you always feel disappointed. And we have got this pravachan karta, sare yaar, stop this pravachans. You make people feel perpetually insufficient by repeatedly telling what you did not do, what you should have been doing instead. 24 hours you say Sivanama Japam, they said you only have 24 hours. Unfortunately, there is one guy who extended time. He got 36 hours in a day. As long as you don't get 36 hours in a day, you are gone, you are wasted. ఇంతగా చెప్పేది వాళ్ళు. You do everything that they ask you to do, but still they say something is missing. You are born as a human అని చెప్పారు లాస్ట్కి ఒక మాట. ఎంత చేస్తే ఏం లాభం, మనిషివేగా నువ్వు. So stop listening to these pravachans who always glorify certain things which are not in your control. Or even if you listen to pravachan, don't internalize it. Don't feel insufficient because they said this is not sufficient. Don't fuel anything that will add to your insufficiency. Or do not give anybody get the power to make you feel insufficient. Because that insufficiency, if you are hearing from people, that means you manifested it. Ahankara. And Buddhi says, sit and listen to the conversation. Sit and listen to this person. Mind will start to play games. How could he say it? How could I let it happen? Do I ever come out of it? These questions mind will give. Chittan says, na bratkintana karminte. I have to ఇదంతా అనుభవించాల్సింది. I have to భోగత్నాస్ పడేగా సబ్ కుచ్. I have to live with it. That's a Chittan's acceptance. When Chitta accepts, who can change what can change? Right? So today, no homework as such, but yes, all of you sit with this thought clearly in yourself on getting clarity on one desire that you have written. Mano Buddhi Chitta Ahankaras, get to the depth of it and see how you can use it to refine your desire. Okay? समझे? Wonderful. Thank you so much everyone for co-creating this experience. I'm really eternally grateful for everyone for being in this session, in this program. Because of this, I'm also learning everything with you, from you, through you. I'm really grateful that it happened. So we have got 5 more days. So practicality of actionable experiences will start from tomorrow. How do we do the refinement? Today is 9th day, no? Yeah, correct. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 6 days. Yes, thank you. I am not good at math. I cannot even count properly. What am I talking about spirituality? What am I talking about Mano Buddhi Chitta Ahankara? I don't even know how to count. That is the reality, no? I did a mistake already. Understanding this is important, no? Doctor is a doctor, mechanic is a mechanic. Just because doctor could not be a good mechanic, it doesn't mean doctor is waste. But yes, the fact is doctor is not a good mechanic at this moment. Maybe if he learn how to do the mechanic work, at some point he can become a good mechanic also. But the fact is, yes, I don't know what I don't know. And be humble about it, be open about it. Don't be critical about it. But yeah, you can joke about it. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow with a very with a. We'll start. Okay. Now bhashan pravachan ho gaya. Now let's get up for action. Yes. Let's do it tomorrow. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Atma namaste. Stay blessed.